Hello, hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, there has been an issue with the audio, and I'm working on it. I'm a complete beginner when it comes to YouTubing, and yeah, so uh, I identify myself as an artist. Uh, Although I sometimes doubt myself a lot and feel ashamed, like, what have I done? But this is a part of who I am. I think every artist or a creative person feels uh, deeply conflicted within themselves, and there are times when we go through a block and we don't feel inspired. Just like somebody, if somebody feels depressed, it's because they are not releasing serotonin, right? Or their maybe their testosterone levels are low or whatever, and that's not making them feel motivated. But from a creative person's point of view, you could be completely all right, but because your creative side is not being fulfilled, it starts affecting you mentally and physically as well. So the topic that I chose for today is that every artist needs a muse to feel inspired, and it's so important to um, take risks in life, because the exposure you get from different experiences, it really helps us learn something, and we we actually are inspired to create something out of it. Something beautiful or something painful can fascinate you, and you can create something. So uh, you know if you are a creative person and you feel that you are stuck in life, and you are feeling left behind, just remember you are not alone. uh, you have to first accept the situation and remember that uh, you have to focus on how you can come out of it, because every person hits rock bottom at some point, and we have to learn to come out of it. I am learning in my life, and I want to be an example so that I can inspire others. Otherwise I would be a hypocrite. And so yeah, this is like a catharsis for me, which helps me keep going. And yeah, so what I'm learning in my life is not to give up, and there's a deep need for uh, a muse. A muse can be anything that uh, is pleasing to your senses, to it's appealing to your soul. It can be an experience, it can be a person in your life, it can be it can be your own self, you know just by spending time alone, uh, just by becoming aware of your dreams when you sleep at night, and you're creating. It's so beautiful that we are always creating. It's just that we are not aware. So the difference is to create consciously. And yeah, so every person, needs to step out of that rut. Most 90% of creative people, I think they will go through a point where they get stuck in a rut, and they feel that the monotony is overwhelming, you know and that's why people are quitting 9 to 5 jobs, and they are sticking to creating their own content and doing their own thing, because it's much more satisfying, right? You don't want to follow rules. We are naturally rebellious. And yeah, I mean, it's really important to trust your instincts and follow your bliss. For example, I studied dentistry, but it wasn't my cup of tea. It didn't work for me. It wasn't my passion. I was much more interested in writing, and but the, the copywriting in offices, it didn't really motivate me to keep going. Maybe because of the privilege I have, that I could quit my job. And there are various reasons that I did not, continue. So now, after a decade almost, it's been like not, I haven't really worked, but when I look back, I have gone through few profound experiences, and it's been a roller coaster ride, and it has helped me learn about life. And I am understanding, how it's important not to compare yourself with others, and to keep going, never give up. Whatever happens, just look ahead and keep going. And it's really important to have a vision in life. You can psychologically, subconsciously retire at an early age without realizing that you could be setting a trap for yourself. So it's important. Let's say you've made a certain mistake where you had no idea what you were doing, but now you have to start again, and it's okay. Um, we, as artists, we don't feel like we belong in this world. We Because we are naturally against authority and the norms and all that. Even though you may not be Leonardo da Vinci, or uh, A.R. Rahman, or uh, let's say Marlon Brando, or whatever, but you are you. Every person is evolving, right? So uh, just like a person, if they start seeing themselves in the mirror and they say, oh, why am I not looking like Brad Pitt? So the person develops a body dysmorphia, and there's a complex within him. Although his body can be perfect, just the way it is. uh, but And there are people who feel like that, just like people, models, or young women, we have seen that on TV shows, how they, for example, Princess Diana, she had this complex of not being good enough or beautiful enough, or she had her own issues going on, and she was bulimic. She would eat something and then forcefully vomit, and that started affecting her health. So yeah, so you know we have to understand that uh, highly creative people, sensitive people, artists, we the fact that we have entered this world and reached this point is an achievement in itself. It's like a milestone. It's there's so many milestones: one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. If you have even crossed level two, you should be proud of yourself because you are learning at your own pace, and you don't have to worry about what the world expects you to do. You have to find your own voice. I am learning that uh, as a YouTuber, that it's so important not to get carried away with the monetization and all that. You have to work for anything, right? uh, Being a really over pampered and overprotected kind of a person, I have struggled becoming an independent man, and that does have a deep impact on you, on your growth and everything. So now I'm realizing that there is no shortcut to success. You can never uh, get successful at anything if you are going to seek shortcut. Yes, you have to work the smart way, but it doesn't mean that you will be avoiding struggle. And you you value your life or whatever you do much more when you have earned it. You will never value something if you have not earned that. It's just the way it is. And we all have to learn this thing. And yeah, yeah, do things that scare you, or you think that you want to do, or you it seems impossible. uh, for example, I go to the beach, and that really helps me heal. And I that is a kind of a muse for me. It's a challenge to go there regularly, but whenever I try to show up, it feels so good. Just being on the sand, and the the waves touching your feet, and the, the air, and that noise of wind, and seagulls, and there are people, everyone's happy and in the now, and there's such a beautiful energy. So yeah, I'm fortunate that I live right next to the beach. It's not exactly opposite, but it's quite near. Like, I have to walk for half an hour at least to reach the beach, and that gives me a boost. And I want to make it a habit to do that every day. If I can just do that, I know that in the future it will shape me in a much better way. So yeah, I would love to hear your feedback. What inspires you, what amuses you, um, how do you deal with creative blocks, and what message do you have for people who are struggling on the creative journey? Um, and yeah, it's really important to support each other, and keep creating, keep expressing. Don't worry about views and subscribers and all that. These things will, they will uh, continue, but what matters is you expressing yourself and being dedicated and sincere with that. Not being like completely satisfied. You have to keep on getting better and better, and try, and that will automatically happen. More your creativity is flowing, because when we are not feeling inspired, if you see in things neurologically, if you are blocked, like your dopamine is not flowing, you cannot create or think or understand, and that becomes a big problem, and you are unable to learn properly. And this is why it's so important to be healthy as a creative person. I mean, I'll be 36 on 2nd October, and I need I need my, my entire health back, and my life force back, so that I can create new experiences in my life. So yeah, I think this was a pretty good session. Do check more videos out, and stay tuned for further updates. Take care. Bye bye.